Like and subscribe.
Alright, y'all, I've been really slacking this week on vlogging, and I'm so sorry about that. But here I am, and I am getting ready for the farmer's market tomorrow. It's week number 2, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, so I have focused this week on 4 flavors of like drop gourmet cookies, my classic sugar cookies. I'm the only bread person this week. Usually I don't do bread, but I'm doing bread this week since the regular bread lady is not there. So I did some sourdough loaves, just plain sandwich bread. And then I did some sourdough rolls, like in pans. So I'm pretty excited about that. I will bring y'all along tomorrow, and I'll let y'all know how it goes. I hope it is a better turnout than last week. I think since I really nailed down what I'm focusing on, it will do better. But again, we don't know until we try, right? So I'm just trying this out since this is my second time, and I will keep y'all posted, and I will let you know. So I will catch y'all tomorrow on the way to the market. Now I'm going to pack up the big stuff in my car, so be ready to go, because it kind of will be bright and early. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. I'm here. I have already unloaded my stuff out of my car because I'm by myself today. Last week, my mom came with me. This week, I'm by myself today. So I've already unloaded the car. I'm down to, last week I did 2 tables, but I didn't like the way that it looked. It seemed kind of spread out. I had to fill a lot more space with those 2 tables since I do baked goods. So I decided this week that we're going to do 1 table. So we have 1 table, and I have it up. I'm going to go and I'm going to set up the goodies on the table, and I will show y'all the final shot before the market begins. But yeah, it's good weather right now. It's about 70 degrees. I will not need this sweater soon because it is already humid and my hair is going crazy. I'm going to grab a clip so I'm not dying later. But I will keep y'all updated on how today goes, and we will compare it to last Saturday as well. And I have one more market next week, so it'll just be cool to see, if this week is going to go better now that I changed my game plan, and just how it goes. So I will keep y'all posted, and let's go finish setting up. All right, guys, so we're about to get started. I'm going to show you my booth.
Actually, you know what? No, because when they come by, you know what I'm saying? And then we could even just kind of
homemade though, so it's got to be better.
It is.
That's why I tell
really
myself it's homemade, so it's better.
The flour is milled from Lindley
right?
Mill.
Exactly.
It is organic sugar. Everything else I use is organic.
So do you have to go get the milled flour?
So our friend Meadow, we have a group of friends that all get from
oh,
it. So
gotcha.
We'll put in
Y'all go.
Order and someone
gotcha.
goes and picks it up and then gets it.
That's really cool. All right, now, so we're here, and there's about an hour left at the market, and I'll keep y'all posted on how it's going. So I have about one sheet filled up of sales today. I do like the idea of focusing more on cookies, so I think I'm going to do that, and with my sourdough. Muffins haven't really been a hit, but yeah, we'll do a tally at the end of what's sold and what we're going to do next week. Hi guys, welcome back. I think I'm going to clip you on today. So pause. Okay. All right. So welcome back to Hornertown Homemade Goods. This is our second farmers market today. So we had last week, and I think we said we made about $210, and then with profits or with the margins taken out to be there, it ended up being about $150, $175. So not a lot. Definitely not like an amazing market day last week. However, the weather was really good last week. It was sunny the whole time. And this week we really had problems with the weather. So for the market is 8:30 to 12:30. For the first hour and a half, it rained, or it was like spotty rain, or there was a chance of rain and it was cloudy. It looked like it was going to downpour any minute. So that was not good for the market, because a lot of our business last week, looking back, happened in the morning or before 10:30. And so this was almost that whole time before 10:30 that it was raining. So that was one drawback this week that I think really limited sales. Last week we did about 2.5 pages, not quite half, but 2 full pages and a little bit, almost a half of the next page. Today I only did 1 page, but at the end, all the remaining cookies that were on my table, the market manager, which was 32 cookies, actually ended up taking and buying from me. I gave it to her at a discount, because she had an event that she was going to at a town hall, and so she was using those at her event. So that worked out for both of us. She didn't have to make anything, and I got rid of my inventory. So that is something to note on here, that I did not leave with any cookie inventory, which was good. So let's go over the numbers and we will compare to last week. Okay, so big sellers. So this week I changed up how I did it. So last week I just had like Maj Podge of things, I would say. So I had like sourdough bagels, which were really good sellers. I need to make those again. I don't know why I didn't, but sourdough bagels. I had sourdough graham crackers, sourdough cheese crackers, sourdough matcha cookies, homemade marshmallows. Like I just had a whole smorgasbord of things. But this week I really focused in on cookies. Did mostly cookies. I did 4 gourmet types of cookies, my classic decorated sugar cookies, and then I did zucchini muffins, like big jumbo zucchini muffins, and then I also did sourdough sandwich bread and sourdough rolls, only because the market manager thought the main sourdough lady was not going to be there, and it turns out the weekend was wrong, and she was there this time, which is totally fine, because I ended up selling 2 loaves out of my 4 and 2 things of the rolls out of my 4, and then my mini container of rolls sold. So really I just have 2 loaves and 2 pans of rolls, but I can just pop those in the freezer, and I'm actually going to take the rolls to church tomorrow for our potluck. So it worked out just fine. But those selling 4 of those things is $40 right there, so that is really good. Another thing is, I forgot to add those 2 on there, rolls and muffin. Okay, so my total, I forgot to add 2 things at the end, is actually $156 this week. So last week it was $210, this week it's $156. So even with that hour and a half rain, it was not bad. I am actually pretty impressed by that. I did not know the number was going to be that close. Honestly, because I forgot that the market manager had purchased my cookies, because I forgot to write that down. So I had to write that down, and then I forgot to write down the last purchase of the rolls and the muffin. So I am not mad about that. That's a great great total. It does cost $20 to be there, so 156 minus 20 is already at 136 plus cost of materials, packaging, all that stuff. Probably cost me around $30. So we're looking at about $100, $106 profit, which is not a lot. I understand. However, it's getting my name out somewhere that's 20 minutes from my house to people I wouldn't normally interact with. And my QR code is on the back of every single item that they buy on the package. So it gets my name out to more people. It gives me more followers on my social media so they can be aware where I'm at and be more interested in my upcoming events. So that's really why I'm doing this, is to get my name out there. Um, and yeah, just get me more business in a place in my community that I would not have access to that business. And also, this market manager is great. She's a friend of mine that I've known for many years, and she is actually commissioning me to do some wholesale sourdough bread and rolls for a different farmers market. So not only is being here like helping me earn this new clientele and meet new clients and potential customers, but it's also building that relationship with this market manager, which is providing me more opportunities. So that is awesome, and I'm really excited for that. But yeah, so overall, not as good as last week, but we had rain. It's beautiful now, of course. It's freaking humid, but it's beautiful. But yeah, so we have one more week in June. So next Saturday, which is the Saturday before Father's Day. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know if I should do like bagels again, try to do some hamburger buns. Are people going to be grilling out? I don't know. Do they go out to eat at restaurants? It's just hard to tell, and I can't really get a vibe from this market just being there 2 weeks. So I'm going to try some old faithfuls next week. I'm going to do some more rolls, and then I'm going to bring back the bagels, and then maybe try some buns. But yeah, and then also with the cookies again, I think focusing on 4 different types of cookies is a good idea. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring back my matcha cookie. But yeah, and also a tip when you're doing markets, if you sell things that you can give a sample of, give the sample. So I don't know how many sales. Next week I want to write that down. How many sales did I offer a sample to people that were just standing there looking at my items? They came in, had a sample, and they bought 3, 4, 5 cookies, right? So offer the samples because it will lead to sales most of the time. But yeah, overall, good day. I will keep y'all posted on how everything else plans out and what we do next week. Talk to y'all later.